Well, good morning, everybody. It is, let's see here, what time? 6 o'clock, Tuesday morning, and I am about to set out on one of the craziest adventures I've tried in quite a while. So, obviously, right now I have no idea how it's going to turn out. If you guys are watching this video, it's probably because it's either turned out terrible or in between, I don't know. But here's what's going on. So we've been wanting to collect a motorhome and do some traveling around the country. We got two sons. You've met Wiggles on here, and then we've got a younger son. We'd like to tour the country a bit. So we decided a motorhome was in order, and I went to researching and studying, and I don't like how motorhomes are generally built. Anyways, long and short of it was, lots of research later, I concluded the kind of rig that I want to drive is a late 70s, early 80s Bluebird wanderlodge. For those of you that aren't familiar with those, they're a factory conversion by Bluebird on their, I think it's the All-American School Bus chassis. So they're an all-steel shell, spray foam lined in the entire thing, Cat 3208 diesel with an Allison 4-speed behind it. So anyways, I've been kind of looking around. Now these things, depending on the condition, are anywhere from, who knows where the bottom is. There's one that's a total wreck down in Virginia for $500. Been sitting for 20 years in the woods. And so anyway, that's kind of the starting point. And then from there, they go up to about $60,000 if you get a really minty, nice model. So anyhow, I've been watching, and lo and behold, I come across one on Facebook Marketplace, sitting in a, Quonset hut type building down in Pasadena, Texas. So after a little back and forth with the owner, I am preparing to launch to Texas with the intention of going and buying that sucker. All right, everybody, here we are. This is the first road log. See, there's my headliner falling down, but you can see it back there. Got a tow dolly bouncing along behind. Got clothes, tools, parts. Let's see here. I've got an air compressor, welder, jumper cables, probably 300 pounds worth of tools, and we are headed for Pasadena, Texas, to go see if we can revive a 1979 Bluebird wanderlodge and get that baby on the road headed for Michigan. So I'll keep you guys posted. I probably won't shoot much of the journey. You all know what a road trip looks like. So anyway, we're on our way. According to Google Maps, we're 17 and a half hours away from our destination. So we'll bring you back when I got something more to show. Howdy guys, we're just cruising down the road. Thought I'd show you these. Check out the size of them electric motors, would ya? We're in central Illinois right now, just checking out the road sites. Here we are, cruising the highway. Anyway, so far we're making pretty good time. According to Google, we've got 16 hours and 6 minutes to go, so let's keep the pedal to the metal. Well, everybody, we're making miles. We're somewhere in central Illinois. We're getting far enough south, we're starting to find some hills again. According to the old Google navigation, we got 880 miles to go, 13 hours and 20 minutes worth of driving. So far, we're just chugging along the old Volkswagen. Say, last fill up, I've only stopped once. I only put a half tank in. It got about 39 miles to the gallon. It looks to me like it might be doing a little bit better than that on this one, but I had a few miles of running around at home on that tank. So anyway, we're just cruising. Gonna see, I don't know, I'd like to see us get within at least 600 miles, if not 400 of the destination before I pull her over. That way I know I can punch her on through comfortably tomorrow, but we'll see. It's 3:40 my time. I think we're in a new time zone here, but I'm not sure. My phone says it's 2:40, so if it's flipped over accurately. Anyway, I'm sure I'll drive until at least dark regardless, which I would assume is a good 2 hours away, if not 3. So we'll see where that gets us to and then make up our mind how far we're going to push it. All right. Howdy, everybody. So we've made it to Little Rock, Arkansas. Got a, what is this? I don't even know. Days Inn. My wife called ahead and booked it. So, we are about, I got to think about this, right around 500 miles from our destination. So, we should be able to punch her in. I'm going to get a night's sleep, probably hit the road 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we're going to try and punch her straight through to the bus and go see what we think of the thing. So probably the next video you see from me, unless I see some road update that I think I need to make, is going to be walking up on the bus for the first time and seeing what we think of this whole thing. So anyway, so far so good. Morning everybody. So we've been on the road now for about 5 hours. I rolled out at, what was it, about 3:15 this morning is when I woke up at the hotel we'd stopped at last night. Anyway, we are well into Texas. According to Google, I've got 3.5 hours to go, 224 miles, but yeah, I tell you, Michigan boy in February, this grass being green here got my attention. Now, I realize a lot of you are watching from places where it don't matter, but it's not hurting my feelings. I need to see a little bit of green. I realize here it's all, the trees ain't got much going on, but beautiful day, sun shining, supposed to get up to like 67 degrees down here. All right, here it is. I'll take a little walk-see in here a minute. Get my flashlight. All right. So she's definitely quite the old rig. As far as I can tell, the motor is stuck. I can't get it to budge with a pry bar. That's pretty cool, that old Hitachi TV, man. Oh, yeah. That thing must have been original 1979 equipment. Yeah, everything in here. Man, I love the way this thing is built. Just amazing. Huh.
Well, like I said, I'll even come down on the prices to help you out with the shipping too.
I'll do some checking into it. I think what I better do is some phone calling this afternoon and figure out. It's so weird. You know, they couldn't have got $10 worth of copper by chopping that up that way on that master panel. Like, some people work harder at being crooks than they will at a job. Like,
oh, I agree.
That's just unbelievable for no more than what they got out of that.
Right.
Huh. All right, well, I think I want to take a couple looks underneath just a few spots here a minute. Well, look,
hey, man, what's up?
Perkins diesel generator.
Well, I drove it and shit. Hold on, hold on. Hello.
It's quite the machine. Huh. Yeah, it's a bummer the motor is stuck in her. So you got one tire off the rim. That's not a catastrophic problem, but tires are old. They'd probably roll. Huh. All right, well, there she be. Look. Climb up, take a look on the roof of this thing. Alright, yeah, they just ripped them up a bit. They're still up there. Somebody tore into the AC units to steal the copper coils out of them. Dingbats. Alright. Well, here she be. That, I'm afraid this old wanderlodge is cooked. I'm not saying it's impossible to put it back on the road, but she's hurting bad. Motor is seized up. The wiring chopped up doesn't bother me. Actually, the thing that has got me saying no is the inside of that thing smells like a musty mold jungle. And if it was just the engine stuck, I would consider trying to get that thing trucked up to Michigan. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and post this, and if anybody out there is interested, this thing is down Texas City, right down on the Gulf, and I'd really like to see it not get scrapped. I think there's way too much good stuff in this thing, so if any of you out there know somebody that wants one of these or where to find it, I'd be happy to hook you up with the guy that's trying to get it sold, and yeah, just anyway, get in touch with me in the comments or something, and I'll gladly pass along information to you. So anyways, now yeah, I'm 19 hours from home on a dead-end trip, so I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. So anyway, that said, I decided to just peeler and head right back north immediately. So I'm on the road headed actually to Ohio now, because I've decided to take a loop around. As long as I've come this far south, we're going to add a few hours onto the drive and swing over into Ohio on the way back. And I'm going to go check out some wander lodges that are for sale over there and see if anything over there fits with what we're looking for. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back. So I got a good day and a half of driving ahead of me, and I'll show you what we come up with there. Well, everybody, we're still cruising our way back out of Texas. Let's see here. It says I've got 15 hours and 25 minutes worth of travel time yet. So we got a ways to go. I'm just making miles. I'm headed for central Ohio to go look at the wanderlodge collection there. Yeah, really sick of driving, as you can imagine. I've been on the road pretty much continuously since 11 o'clock yesterday morning, with the exception of stopping for a little over 5 hours on the way down and getting some sleep, and then about the 2 hours that I was back down there in Texas City. So anyway, I guess it's good practice for driving a wander lodge, right? So yeah, I'm thinking the plan is go check out, so there's 4 wander lodges there in Ohio, and they've got them everything from a parts machine up to $25,000, supposed to be pretty minty, ready to go. And I'm thinking that I'll go check that collection out, and we'll see what I think of them, see if any of them pique my interest, learn some more about these things, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully we'll get a chance to shoot some video there. It's quite an adventure, right? Like, take off, spur of the moment, drive all the way down to the coast of Texas, look at that thing, peel around, head back north. I mean, this whole trip, I haven't figured it out entirely, but I think by the time I get home, we'll be knocking on the door of 3,000 miles I'll have put on. So anyway, it's quite a adventure all the way around. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted as anything develops, but mostly I was bored and thought I'd talk to you guys a bit. Well guys, here we are. We've been on the road for about, let me do my math. I guess about 2.5 hours. We're just closing in on Memphis, Tennessee right now. I don't know if I've ever been through Memphis. If I have, it was a long time ago and I don't recall it. Anyway, yeah. Pretty wild. We're just trucking down the road. Gonna make some miles happen today. Hopefully end up over in central Ohio looking at some more wander lodges. So I'll keep you guys posted. Here we are. We're going to take a walk through. So this one is what, 1970 something. I think they got a date on the tag, don't they? Let's see. What's it say? 1982. That's a good year. This one's the same age I am. Okay, so this is an 82 wander lodge. Pretty slick. You got all kinds of bells and whistles in here. Interesting. So I was right, by the way. This is some kind of padded vinyl stuff in the ceiling. I see why it's kind of coming loose there. That's got the... Interesting. How does that work? Okay. I see. They got a little latch that holds it open. Interesting. Huh. So then I'm walking towards the back. So this, okay, very interesting. Gotta get my flashlight out so I can see in here. Pretty cool. Definitely looks a lot better than the one I just looked at in Texas. Okay, so this is the rear queen. So everything like this stuff is all padded. So I'm assuming that's so that if you fall over while you're going down the road, you don't get absolutely creamed. This is what? Oh, that's the ice maker. Huh. It's got evidence of some kind of water damage there. Interesting. I think I'm going to take a look on the roof a minute. Pretty wild. Take a look on top. Interesting. So it's interesting. I'm assuming somebody must have put a different roof on top of this one and just axed all but the front air conditioning unit then?
Maybe.
'Cause I don't know enough about them to be definitive. I'm assuming...
Doesn't this one have the side air conditioning units inside the bus?
Maybe. I'm wondering if somebody's had converted it to something, because like that one has got one front and rear, and I thought that was pretty standard.
Well,
but then again, that blue one doesn't either, unless somebody took them off.
This one in the front's missing.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's go see. I'm going straight to the tag so that I can keep them straight when I'm looking at my videos and remember which one's what. So let's see here. What is this? 1977. So this is an old timer. 77. It's amazing how much they changed in the dashes between 77 and 82. It's only 5 years, but it's like quite different.
I totally agree.
Huh. Okay, so this one has the... That's interesting. It's got the captain's chairs on the side and one bench. The other one was 2 benches. Okay. Interesting. So, is the bathroom layout? Well, that's interesting. So it's a mirror image of the other bathroom. Very interesting. Okay, so then here, it's got the ice maker, but then well, it does have the microwave, but it's a little simpler here somehow. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to go back and look at the video. Like, it doesn't have the blender spot. Interesting. And then this is the dual twin bed rear arrangement. Very intriguing. Huh. Interesting. Oh, there's a door open there. Gonna take a look up on top of this one. I'm curious what this roof structure looks like. Okay, so this one's still the original wanderlodge roof. Interesting. Do you know what the floor in these is made of? Like, I see this one's leaking a little around the vent. Are these wood floors or metal floors? Like, what's under the carpeting? Do you know?
In the bus itself?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Like, a lot of motorhomes, there's some wood of some kind under there, and it's a real nightmare if they start leaking because it likes to rot out. I seen the vent was leaking up there around the captain's chairs on the floor. I'm just wondering what's going...
He has this one apart. He redid all the plumbing.
Okay, that's why I was curious, is if you knew what was under the carpet, what a guy expects if he starts ripping carpet up. Interesting. So this is original. That obviously isn't, and that isn't. But this is original wanderlodge corrugated metal. I'm not quite sure what that stuff is. If that's aluminum or steel. I guess it's steel. Interesting. All right, this is the parts bus. We don't know what year that is. Something oldish. And then this is, let's see here, 77. So this is the old timer of the crew as far as we can tell. So, yep, that's looking pretty good.
All right. The projects we've amassed outside of these buses are so, there's so many that's where we're at now. It's like, do we really want to fix this, or should we just buy one that's,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
And this one is some kind of a gasoline generator, presumably the factory Kohler one in this then? Yeah, it must be. It looks like some kind of a flathead gas motor, so that would be typical for Kohler. All right, well, let's see what this one's laid out like. Okay, so they got all the fancy vinyl floor cover in this one. And this, they must have just quit putting the tags, so then that makes me think your parts machine must be a newer one, because I think I vaguely remember something about that after some year they didn't put the tags right on the dash like that anymore.
makes sense.
So maybe this one's another like 80s vintage one or something.
Yeah, he thinks this one's a 1980 or 81.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's the newer style dash. It looks like that 82 over there. Huh. So all of them seem to want to do this, and it must just be that the board that's behind that just starts...
I think it's something to do with it, but you're right, all of them. I've seen more. We've looked at more of them than we have sitting here, and a lot of them have that same issue with the roof. Which this one, if we're really going to be open about it, that's the only thing this one really needs. That and the
ceiling
airbags themselves replaced on this. He went all through the engine and radiator belts, pulleys. I mean, he spent a lot of money on this one.
I know.
We redid all the plumbing, converted everything to PEX, new stuff. Everything's been just...
Did he ever actually get to go camping with it?
Nope. I'm not kidding. Other than moving around the driveway, he has never gotten to actually use one.
See, that reminds me of my sailboat ideas. I decided I would need to go sailing and bought myself a catamaran, paid to have the hulls all redone, and never had it. All right, so here we are. This one's got a queen rear. They're thinking this is about 1980. I got to turn my... So this has a pretty good sized wardrobe here in the back. It's got like a little dresser sort of thing built in over here. Queen bed. Once again, all padded. So the biggest issue with this one is just the ceiling. It looks to me like these things just somehow, I don't know, maybe it's moisture comes in through the vent when they're open and gets to the particle board stuff that's behind it or something, but it looks like that pretty much every one of these has got that issue going on sooner or later. That's interesting. This appears to be a bigger shower than the other ones have, or maybe I'm imagining things, but it seems like there's more space in here. That's strange. 2 microwaves? Oh, a convection oven and a microwave. You can't have just one, you need both. Gotcha. Alright. Well, I can already tell you that my wife is going to like the looks of this one a lot better, and that's not good for our budget.
I know how that goes. My wife does the same thing to me.
Video under here, so I got memory refresher on what I was seeing. Huh. Interesting. Very intriguing.